you're drawing out with burnt umber, as I'm doing here, or whether you prefer to use the more traditional method of drawing out in pencil, you should keep things as simple as possible at this early stage. The rules of drawing winter trees apply. Curve those branches upwards and avoid repetition, straight lines and 90-degree angles. Remember, I'm just planning out at the moment, so it isn't important for me to draw out every single branch. That'll come later. I begin by wetting the paper thoroughly with clean water. Whilst it's still damp, not too wet, I apply my first colour, the cadmium yellow. I'm applying it liberally, leaving a bit of a highlight in the general area of where I want the sun to be. Now I'm applying the cadmium red while the yellow is still damp. Remember, this is a wet in wet wash, so it's important to work quite quickly. If it dries out while I'm still working on it, then I'm likely to get hard edges where I don't want them, or worse, unsightly and unwanted backruns. Adding the French ultramarine requires the same amount of care. The wash should still be damp, and the French ultramarine shouldn't be too heavy. My mix on all three colours was of a medium consistency, not too light because of applying them to damp paper, which would dilute the mix, and not too heavy as to stop the white of the paper showing through. I've lifted out the orb of the sun with a piece of tissue, and now I'm bringing the sky colours down into the puddle shapes. Puddles are perfect for dispersing sky colours throughout a painting, helping to visually link the top and bottom halves of the composition together. I'm going to paint in the tree trunk using a medium mix of burnt umber and French ultramarine. Once again, I want to suggest the remnants of snow, so I'm leaving a few carefully placed, untouched highlights, taking care not to create any sort of regular pattern. What I'm also going to do is soften off the brush marks with clean water to help give shape to the tree. Switching to a smaller brush, I turn my attention to the upper branches. These branches should curve upwards, remember, at their ends. Any accidental, untouched highlights can stay as they are, representing snow. As always, making the tree look natural, with random lines and shapes, is the hardest part. It's all too easy to slip into repetitive patterns.